Welcome to Become a GUS Lender, presented by USDA's Single Family Housing Guaranteed Loan Program. Every effort has been made to ensure this training and all references are accurate. However, new program revisions and clarifications may occur. Therefore, please ensure you always reference the most recent USDA publications available online. This training module is not intended to replace the need to reference the regulation, technical handbook, and additional USDA published documents regarding the Guaranteed Loan Program. Let's look at the two ways to participate in the USDA Guaranteed Loan Program through the use of the Guaranteed Underwriting System, or GUS. Current approved USDA lenders may become eligible to utilize GUS by following these steps. First, the approved lender must maintain their USDA approved lender status with the agency. Second, the lender must complete the required GUS approval paperwork. Third, the security administrators must activate e-authentication IDs and passwords. Fourth, all required parties must complete the applicable GUS training. And finally, the lender will submit all required paperwork and evidence of training completion to USDA for review and approval. Mortgage brokers and other lending professionals that are not eligible to become a USDA-approved lender or who prefer to participate in the program as a correspondent lender may still be eligible to utilize GUS through the following steps. First, many approved USDA lenders will grant their correspondent lenders access to GUS as an agent in order to more efficiently submit loan files for underwriting. Number two, the USDA-approved lenders will provide guidance to their agent to set up an e-authentication ID and password. Third, the agent can then provide their activated e-auth ID to the approved USDA lender. The approved lender can activate the agent in GUS under their company name and tax ID. I've mentioned paperwork, e-authentication IDs, and required training, but where are all of these items to be found? On USDA Link. The web address to access USDA Link is displayed on the slide. Scroll down the web page to the Guaranteed Underwriting System, or GUS section. The training modules will display. The paperwork to apply to become an approved GUS lender is also located in Gaining Access to GUS Fillable Forms. As training manuals and forms are updated, their document names may change as they are displayed on this website. First, let's review how to set up and activate an e-authentication account. The step-by-step instructions are included in the Gaining Access to the Guaranteed Underwriting System guide. Step 1 is to log into the e-authentication website from the link provided on this slide. Step 2 is to utilize the Gaining Access to GUS guide pages 17 through 19 to view step-by-step instructions on setting up the e-authentication account. Step 3 is to register for a Level 1 access. GUS only requires a Level 1 access. Complete all of the required data fields. You can create your own unique e-auth ID and password. All passwords remain in the possession of the e-auth account holder. Step 4 is an activation email will be sent to you typically within 24 hours. There is a link in the email that must be selected in order to activate the e-auth ID. Failure to activate the ID within the 7 days allotted will render the account invalid. You will have to begin again with a new e-auth ID and password selection. Be sure to check all of your junk email folders if you do not see the activation email within a few days. Here are some good e-authentication tips and reminders. First, only one e-auth ID per user. If you are an agent and will be working with multiple USDA-approved lenders, you still only need one e-auth account. This one account may be provided to the USDA-approved lenders you wish to work with to originate loans. Second, do not share your e-auth ID and account with another person. They need to get their own e-auth account. They're free. Third, keep your password protected and do not share it with anyone, including approved USDA lenders. They will only need your e-auth ID, never your password. And fourth, do not forget to complete the steps included in the activation email. You only have 7 days to click the link included in the email to activate your e-auth ID. If you fail to do so, you must start the process over with a new e-auth ID and password. The completion of GUS training by all required parties must also be completed before the GUS lender application is submitted to USDA for review by the approved lenders. Log on to the USDA Link Training and Resource Library webpage, then scroll down to the GUS section. Under Training, there will be modules for review. Security administrators and users that will be granted final underwriting submission privileges are required to complete the GUS trainings. USDA highly recommends that all GUS users take the GUS and USDA origination trainings for a better understanding of USDA expectations, requirements, and to achieve a greater knowledge of all guidelines. The GUS user agreement is located in the Gaining Access to Fillable Forms. Only approved USDA lenders may apply for GUS lender approval. This is a screenshot of the first page of the GUS user agreement. The agreement is a fillable PDF. Please read all 8 pages of this agreement. Under Lender Security Administrator information, please enter the names and applicable information for 2 security administrators. The SAs will hold the keys to the GUS kingdom for the organization. Only the SAs can add employees to GUS and determine the level of access each user will have. When USDA approves the lender for GUS access, it is the listed SAs that will receive the email notification. Can only one SA be listed? Yes, but USDA highly recommends 2. People are sick, they take vacations, they may leave for a different job. By having 2 SAs, there is a greater chance that in the event any of these events occur, the lender will be able to continue to manage their GUS needs. Refer to page 20 of the Gaining Access to GUS Guide to help explain the GUS user agreement. When complete, this document may be emailed to the address at the bottom of page 1 of this form. Users may also complete, print, and mail to the physical address. Please ensure a complete application package is submitted for review. The GUS training certification is also included in the Fillable Forms bundle. This certification is only required at the time of GUS approval. Lenders must certify that employees required to take GUS training have completed all of the modules. This lender certification may be filled out, signed, and included in the lender approval application package. Lenders that fail to include this training certification cannot be approved for GUS use until this certification is received by USDA. Once a lender is approved for GUS access, no additional training certifications will be required to be submitted to USDA. However, new employees hired by the approved lender or contracted with as third-party originators or correspondents should complete all GUS training modules, but no certification of completion is necessary for the agency. When USDA approves the lender's complete application package to become a GUS user, the following will occur. First, USDA will email the security administrator listed on the GUS user agreement to share the good news. The SAs may log into GUS and use the system. Employees and agents may provide their activated eAuth IDs to the SAs. The SAs can log into the authorization menu option from the GUS welcome screen to begin entering eAuth IDs in order to assign GUS access and privileges. And finally, please refer to the Gaining Access to GUS Guide for step-by-step directions to add or remove employees and agents from GUS. In the Gaining Access to GUS Guide, beginning on page 26, the step-by-step directions for an SA to enter the authorization screen and set up employees and agents is outlined. Approved lenders cannot add or delete security administrators without assistance from USDA. When a lender needs to add or delete an SA, they should go to the USDA Link Training and Resource Library webpage. Scroll down to the Security section under Documentation and Resources. The Additional Lender Security Administrator fillable form is available for completion. This fillable form includes instructions on where to email the form upon completion and a list of system definitions for which the SAs hold the keys to the activation kingdom. The Gaining Access to GUS fillable forms includes a lender request for branch addition/modification to the Rural Development Database. If there are changes to a branch address or a point of contact, this form may be completed and emailed to USDA. Welcome to GUS! If your complete GUS application loan package has been approved by USDA, you can now originate guaranteed loans through USDA's own guaranteed underwriting system. Every loan that is submitted to USDA must be originated under the program regulation. 7 CFR 3555 is the program regulation. It is the first place users should look for the answers to their questions. It is comprised of 8 subparts A through H. Appendix 1, located online, is the full 7 CFR 3555 regulation. USDA also offers a technical handbook, HB-1-3555, to provide additional guidance and support of the regulation. The handbook is comprised of 20 individual chapters and is very user-friendly. The regulation and guidelines website is located from the link shown on the slide. Under Rule Development, there are many items available from this homepage. To access the regulation, select Handbooks. A list of all USDA Rule Development handbooks will display. Be sure to select the correct technical handbook, HB-1-3555. Once the correct technical handbook is selected, the entire handbook, including all appendix, will display for selection. Again, Appendix 1 is the full regulation, 7 CFR 3555. Please sign up for GovDelivery messages. USDA sends out origination, including GUS, and servicing messages to alert lenders of new publications, clarifications, and additional program updates. Thank you for supporting the USDA Single Family Housing Guarantee Loan Program. We appreciate the opportunity to help you serve more rural home buyers. This will conclude the training module. Thank you and have a great day.